us now. I guess that's what I said, but say never. You got it coming for you, with your madness, all the sadness in this house. You got it coming for you, with your madness, all the sadness in this house.
It's not too late, it's not too late. My heart ain't ready for this sudden heartbreak. It's not too late, not too late. My heart ain't ready for this sudden heartbreak.
I wish I had another way, an alternate reality. A different storyline, where you would be the angel of my utopia. You got it coming for you, your madness, all the sadness in this house. You got it coming for you, with your madness, all the sadness in this house.
It's not too late, it's not too late. My heart ain't ready for this sudden heartbreak. No, no, it's not too late, not too late. My heart ain't ready for this sudden heartbreak. No, no, it's not too late. My heart ain't ready for the sudden heartbreak. No, no, it's not too late. 'Cause my heart ain't ready for this heartbreak. No, 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 baby. I ain't ready for this sudden heartbreak. No, 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 baby. I'm not ready for this heartbreak. Ain't ready for this sudden heartbreak. No.
One, two. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Bienvenue au Club Shada. Sejam bem-vindos. Club Shada. Welcome to Club Shada. Sangomalamu. Ça ou fait, ça t'au fait. Ça que passé. Buenas noches. So, welcome to Club Shada. Let me see, I'm not hearing myself well. Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Club Shada. Before I remove this because I'm super hot in here. I'm about to die. Like, it was just to present you one of the new masks that I sell in Shada Wear from my new collection. They are amazing. Like, I just received them this morning. The quality is amazing. This one goes out with the sweatshirt, the camouflage sweatshirt, and the t-shirt. And you can even have, like, I'm about to do a whole set that goes with every mask, when you can wear like the t-shirt, the sweatshirt, the sweatpants, everything. So let me remove that because, damn. Yeah. Very happy to be here with you guys. It is super hot. I always try to start this at midnight. It's 1 a.m. now. So I would say it's normal time. It's like the Club Shada time, nighttime. But I like to try to start at midnight so I can finish around 2 a.m. But it's all good. I want to give a shout out to our 4 latest subscribers. Rilson Silva, Aurélie Michel, Refilwe Maika, and Antonio Benvindo da Silva. And also, we passed our goal of subscribers for the month of August. It was 1,500. The goal is always 1,000 subscribers per month, and yeah, it's amazing. We like 1,640 subscribers by the end of October. I think this channel will have 150,000 subscribers. And when you have 150,000 subscribers, you can remove all the people that unsubscribe for the channel, the people who stopped using YouTube and got their channel, their account removed, etc., etc. Like, every time they do a cleanup, you lose some subscribers. People, like, they don't like your channel anymore, they don't like your content anymore, they go away. So all these counts in your net. So when you have 150,000 subscribers, you probably lost on the way 30,000 subscribers. So it's amazing to have a channel that is still vibrant, that went from a music video channel to a vlog channel to interviews and now live shows. So it's amazing to reinvent oneself, and I believe this is the secret of longevity, not only in music but in everything else. If you have an Instagram, you have to reinvent it from time to time. If you have a YouTube channel, you have to reinvent it from time to time. If you have a business, a club, whatever you do, if you are in the Kizomba business and you create festivals, there's a point that you have to reinvent yourself, because even if you do it once a year, there's a point where after 10 years, people get tired of your formula and they want something new. You have to always find something new, because the market changes anyway. So sometimes you have to reinvent yourself to not be forgotten by the market. So the song that was playing just before at the intro is called It's Not Too Late, from my album African Prince. It's featuring with Irina Franca. She's my neighbor, actually. It's a great girl. She's an Angolan singer. She sings so well. The next remix single after Don't You is going to be Changer de Momie with Tony Sad and Molare. And after that is going to be that song. It's going to be part of the next remixes. And I can't wait for you to hear the 9 remixes that we have for... what's the next song? What am I remixing now? Why do I forget? Changer de Momie is what we're doing now. What are we remixing? Why do I forget? Let me see. What did I remix? That's crazy. How can I forget that? That's the problem when you release so many songs. You start forgetting, what you're releasing because you have so much stuff. Let me check on Spotify my upcoming songs. So next week we have, now that's for 28th of August. Yeah, tomorrow I have a release with Paolo Pequeno. That's my first collaboration official with Paolo Pequeno. He's only did remixes for now, and we have the song Deception that we recorded here. So those of you who were there already know what song I'm talking about. Then on the 4th of September, I have a song called You Already Know with Bodhisattva. It's gonna be, I don't know, we did so many collaborations, but it's the next collaboration. If you hear some noises, people yelling, it's sometimes people coming out of the shisha in my street. They love to yell in the street, so it's so good. It's good to be young. And then on the 9th of September, 11th of September, we have the release of You Already Know remixes. Born to Do It remixes with Rahiz, part of the album African Prince again. Like I said, when I released this album 3 years ago in 2017, the goal was 3 years? Did I release in beginning of the month of end of the year? Beginning of the year or end of the year? I don't remember. Anyway, the goal was to remix all the songs. It's catalog strategy. I release an album with 40 songs, and if I have 10 remixes of each songs, if you understand the way I see music and the way I see songs as assets, instead of having 40 revenue generating assets, if I have 10 remixes of each songs, this is 400 songs plus the original. That's 400 but I mean, sometimes I have 8 remix, sometimes I have 6, so it depends. Sometimes I have 15. Let's say, to round it up, this is 400 assets that are generating income. That's the way I work, and this is why the next album will also have 40 songs, and then the next 2-3 years, me and all the beat makers that are around me, we will focus on not only making new songs but also remixing those new 40 songs. So, and that's how you generate way more assets, because sometimes you do a song and it's a nice song, but if you have 10 versions of the song, some people might not like the original, but they might like a remix. So and then it becomes fun, and then you can also let people have the liberty of exploring your vision. But anyway, I'm already going. Already 100 people have been watching this. That's crazy. Wow. At this time, that's beautiful. This show is brought to you by Shadaware.com. This is my brand. We sell shirts, jackets, face masks, full black. If you want, you can buy 3 of them for $20, or individuals like this one. Where is it? What? Well, like the one I had. Damn, the hell is it? But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Like that mask. I will do a photo shoot probably tomorrow with all the masks that I have, so you guys can see like all the different ones I have. The collection is really, really beautiful. And I have to this sponsored thing is big. I have to turn it down in size a bit. I'm gonna work on the branding of Club Shada a bit. I believe that I want a new logo that I can also use on the t-shirt, etc., etc. But that's another story. Mr. Ralphie, how are you, brother? How are you doing? Welcome home. Welcome to Club Shada. I hope you're fine. Emmanuel, comment ça va, chouchou? J'espère que ça va. J'espère que le sweatshirt vous va bien. Je vais bientôt vous envoyer des masques cadeaux. AJ, what up, brother? How are you doing? Blessings to you too. Beatriz, hey, ¿cómo está? Yeah, I can imagine. Amato gratis, Tyrant. Oh, rest in peace. Wow. Oh my God. Rest in peace to him, and blessings to all of you. And send all my regards to his family and his friends. The Kizomba lost somebody important. Yeah, this is sad. Merci Latifa, merci beaucoup. What up, Steve? Comment ça va? What's good, Mr. Simmons? Queen Julie, how are you, sister? I hope you're fine. Yeah, we just working. 6 p.m. Where are you exactly? Everybody, tell me where are you in the comments. CV Beats, what up, brother? I hope you're good. I heard you sing. I heard your single. I like the production. It's interesting. I think it's old songs. I will give you all my privately. I will give you all my review about the single. But I think you should keep on. You should make more. Oh wow, Colorado, nice. This is a place where I've never been. I hope you're not hit too much out there with everything that is going on. Thank you, Cynthia. You should do the same. Well, I try. Nice, send me your stuff. Let me check it out. I'm a graphic designer myself, but hey, you never know. You can always delegate. Well, it's something that is great is to see that I have already 99 playbacks of this show when we just started. Usually it takes more time than that, so it means that the excitation is growing for the Club Shada. That's a beautiful thing. So tomorrow I'm taking my daughter to school because the wife is out tonight. I don't know what time she's coming back home. So my daughter is here sleeping next to me in the sofa. But I want to take her to bed early, so I'm not gonna stay too long. If something I want to ask you people, a service that I would like you to do, because there's a lot of you. Usually, I know that you guys are commenting and we are having a conversation together. But for YouTube to push this show, when I do highlights of Club Shada, so I have videos that I upload on the channel with from the live. So I cut the live and I do videos of 10-20 minutes from different subjects. So I did 2 videos from the last live, one about the women should protect themselves, and the other one about the despair and the how artists end up sometimes trying to catch up to the times and getting desperate. And it would be amazing if everybody could go to these 2 videos, leave a like and a comment about the videos, and watch them again if you want to watch them again. And I'm about to start again inviting people to talk, not to just be alone. I want to talk to artists, but I just don't want to talk to famous people. I'm waiting for Ecamm, the program that I'm using, to release their update, and I will do a special show where it's going to be like I'm going to talk to you guys live on video, but it's going to be a special thing because when they do this new version of the program, so we'll test it together. I will have a link that I can send you guys, and you can call, video, and I can add you to the conversation, and we can try to do a Club Shada maybe once a month or from time to time, where I have like Shada gang, and we have a conversation all together about whatever subject with 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So I'm waiting for to update, and then I'll think about how I do that. You know, I was in for Club Shada. I feel great. I hope you're feeling great. I am. I'm happy to be there. Hey, this is how we do. I know you're a graphic designer too. That's why you're my hero. Thank you so much. I'm still trying to understand, where did I put that mask? I really don't remember how, like, it's here. It's here. Listen, the quality is crazy. The quality is amazing. For real, like, and then for extra protection, so first of all, you can change the size of it here, and then you have a special pocket inside here where you can put a filter. You can put a filter for extra protection that you can change every day, and then you are really protected when you are out in the street, and you are protecting the other people. I have a lot of them. I don't want to. I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna do a promo video for the masks. So I'm waiting for now to open everything, but I'm really. But the quality is really great, and I'm creating a collection, because you know I design all of these myself on Photoshop and stuff and Illustrator. I'm doing masks for every country, and I'm gonna do Shada Gang mask, of course. That will go with the t-shirts. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go to today's subject, and of course, feel free to hop in if you wanna talk about it. Feel free to ask anything if you have questions. You know, it's a two-way conversation. It's just not just me talking by myself. So what I talk about, I want to tell you 2 stories. As always, I'm not going to give names, because some of the people I talk about, I'm cool with them now, so I don't need to bring back bad memories and put a light on stuff that happened back in the days, mistakes of people. And some people, I'm not cool with them anymore. They just don't exist in my life, because that's the way I am. If you are a bad actor in my life, I just remove you from the movie, so you can continue living your life. And I don't even hold grudge. We just done. So let me see one thing. Alrighty, good. Oops, I just did a mistake. I turned off the cloud box. Let me turn it on. There you go. All right, it will turn on soon. Let me see if it's on. Let me try to see if it gives me a quote. It might not be on yet. Usually it takes it depends. It turns on when it turns on. Anyway, so I want to talk to you about something that helped me in life. Thank you, Julie, for your comments. I'm seeing them arrive on my phone. One thing that helped me in my various frustration working with artists and people, and in this business where fame changes people, money changes people, and sex changes people. how people don't respect their word. And when people need you, they talk so much shit and they are sincere. But when they don't need you anymore, or if when they believe that they don't need you anymore, all of a sudden they act like if everything they said, they never said it. And this is why I'm kind of scared of promises and people telling me I'm gonna be like this, I'm gonna be like that, I'm gonna be your best this, you're gonna blah 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 blah. If you let me work with you, oh, you're gonna be my God, you're gonna be my this. I'm like, yo, listen. Enough promises. Let's just work and see how it goes. You don't need to promise stuff. You don't need to say stuff that you don't know if you're gonna believe in those stuff in 5 years. Because with life, with money, with success, we all change. We all transform into who we were not a few years ago. And don't say too much stuff. Don't overpromise to underdeliver. Just say, hey, I'm gonna do my best. I hope it's gonna work. I hope things gonna be good, and that's it. So, but why the title of? Thank you so much. Why the title is "The Time Is on Your Side When You Are Right" is because this helped me a lot with frustration. Being in this business and helping other people, giving advice to other people, putting people, creating careers for the people, you end up being betrayed way more than you end up having people who are actually thankful and loyal. Because it's a business where there's a lot of people who, once you create success for the people, or they have talent, but you give them the avenue to express their talent, and then something happens. A lot of times there's a lot of hyenas. They wait for you to create that talent, and then they go talk to the people, and all of a sudden they fill them with new ideas, not knowing what is our deal. And it's something that I realize is that if I tell you, if you give me milk, I will give you cheese in return. I will sell my milk and you will sell your cheese, and good luck making your money with your cheese, and good luck to me making money with my milk. The first year, you give me some milk, I give you a lot of cheese in return. I make $1,000 with my milk, and because your market is still small and you're not famous, you make $100 with your cheese. But our deal is not let's make money, let's share the money. Our deal is I make, hola Tina, ¿cómo estás? Our deal is you give me milk, I give you cheese, and we both work on our separate markets, right? The reason why I make 1,000 with my milk is because I already have a big market, because more people know me, right? And because I've been doing this shit since 85. Is it too early? 85? I was 11. Nah. Okay. 91? I mean, my first show was in 92, so I was probably performing in my bathroom in the 90s, on the 89, whatever, 14, 15, right? That's when we start dreaming of this thing that will never happen, and then it happens. So if I've been doing this for 30 years, and for 30 years I've built my community, my gang, my followers. Of course, when I have a product to sell, I'm gonna sell to more people. If I have a song today or I have a beat and I release it as Kaysha, I will make 10,000 streams in the week, because that's more or less the size of my market on Spotify. If I give the exact same song with the exact same lyrics and I give everything to Drake and Drake releases it, it will make 2 million streams in the first hour, because his market is 1,000 times or 10,000 times bigger than mine. This is just market share. This is economy one-on-one, right? One-on-one. So if we do an exchange of goods and we decide that I'm gonna give you cheese for free because you gave me milk for free, this is our exchange. Now, the money I make with my milk is not your problem, and the money you make from your cheese is not my problem. You might meet Drake with your cheese and he's like, that's a damn good cheese. Let's do something with your cheese, and all of a sudden you sell 1 million cheese. I'm not gonna be frustrated that I made 1,000 and you made 1 million, because I respect business deals. But if you make 100 and you've been on the market for 6 months and I've been on the market for 30 years, instead of being frustrated of my market share, you should ask me, hey, how do I have a market share big as yours? So instead of selling 100 worth of cheese, I could sell 1,000. And I will tell you, work hard, patience, and make more cheese. And have more people willing to eat the cheese. And most people, this is the conversation we have in the beginning. But then, once you stop making some cheese, right? Once you stop making some cheese, what happens is that the hyenas, the friends that never helped you, the other singers, the people who don't make cheese at all, or the people who only sell $2 with their cheese, or they have their milk, they don't even know how to make cheese. They come to you and they want to talk to you and they want to tell you, yo, why does he make 1,000 with your milk? What about you? You should make 500 from that milk. And then instead of thinking, no, we are doing a work on the long term, I hope that one day, from all the milk that I give him, I will make myself 1,000 from cheese. And maybe if he trusts me enough, he will. Maybe if he trusts me enough, he will teach me how to make cheese from my own milk. And then I will be able to, because I make the milk, I will make the cheese by myself. But first, I have to learn how to sell the cheese. And it might take, for me to get a market share like his market share, it might take me 1, 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years. And then when I'm ready, I'm like, yo, now I make 1,000 from my cheese. Yo, okay, how you make from my milk? Well, bro, I make 1,000. Whoa, listen, I would like to learn how to make the cheese myself. And I will keep giving you, I will multiply the output of milk that I have by 4, and I will give you twice more milk, so you can make 2,000 if you teach me to make the cheese. So then with my 2,000 of milk and the 2,000 that I give you, I will sell 2,000 myself of cheese. Or maybe we can even start selling biscuits and diversify, and maybe we can bring other people and teach them how to make cheese too, and start creating a network. And instead of generating 2,000, 4,000, we might generate 20,000 altogether. And the young ones, they will make 100 in the beginnings, but if they're patient, they will arrive one day where they make 2,000 while we already make 10,000. This is my philosophy. This is how I work with everybody. This is how I work with all the artists I work with. This is how I work with all the beat makers that I work with. But some people, their job is not to work. Their job is to come to the people, and they see 100 and they see 1,000 and they're like, wait a minute. Why don't you? Why doesn't he give you this? Why this? Why that? Why blah, blah, blah. And then they start creating frustration. And then if you are a weak nigger with a weak mind, you get caught up in this frustration. And all of a sudden, you start asking me, why do you make 1,000 with my cheese or with my milk? And I'm like, bro, it's not your milk. You gave it to me. But here's your cheese. Work with your cheese and work with your market share. Now, you're stealing from me because these people put it in your head, because the goal of these people is to take the fruits from the tree before the tree becomes huge. My goal, the way I work with everybody is, hey, look at my tree. If you work with me for 10 years, you might be able to get a tree like mine. But it takes time, it takes patience, it takes dedication. These people, they come and they wanna come to you because they wanna try to make you take the 1,000 so you can give them a share, because they don't want to work. And in this industry, you will see more of the hyenas and more of the artists that are too sensitive to understand that they should never listen to these people. So you have more situations that end up where the relationship dies because of that. But then, so we stop working together, and all of a sudden, you're here with your milk. And I'm not making 1,000 anymore with you. But I'm not giving you cheese anymore since you're not giving me milk and we don't work together. I'm like, okay, peace, you and your milk. Fuck you. So now you're here with your milk and your new friends, and your new friends tell you, yo, let's go, make some cheese now, or sell some milk. And you tell them, well, I don't know how to do that. And how come you don't know how to do it? Because Kaysha makes the cheese, I only know how to make the milk. Okay, so fuck you then. And then they abandon you, because that's what they do. They give you advices, they come, they bring you frustration, and then if they don't have what they want, they go create frustration to other people, because they are not really here to help you. They're here to profit from you. And they come, they are managers, they are business advisors, they are friends, they are family, they are parents, whatever. People who don't understand the time it takes to build something, and they just want to profit from things because they hear names. And so then you end up with your milk that you don't know how to sell, and no cheese because you don't know how to do cheese. And I end up meeting other people who have milk, and I make milk with these other people, and I give them cheese, and I tell them, hey, if you're smart, one day maybe you can make the money I make. And it's very interesting because I came across this situation so many times that at a point I stopped working with artists because I thought I was making something bad, or I was wrong in there. Until I realized that every year or every 6 months in the last 4 or 5 years, I receive a letter or a message on Instagram or a phone call from all these people. After 6 years of not doing nothing, they all come back and they realize, oh my God, he was right. And then they're like, oh, please, can we work together again? And me, I'm like, one person, one chance. Ciao. I'm not really interested. And so that's why I changed the way I worked. And I really decided to work with more people at the same time. And so let me tell you two stories that what I realized is that with the time that goes by, you always realize that actually you were in the right because you are honest and your business deal is honest. Because I could tell somebody, listen, you got milk? I'm going to buy you milk. I'm going to do a one-time purchase. You need 500 for your milk. I'll buy it. And I'll sell it for 2,000. And you have your 500, I got my 2,000 and buy. Or I can tell you, hey, you could, if you give me the milk for free, I will give you the cheese and you do your thing and I do my thing and you learn business at the same time. This is how I like to work. So to give you real life examples, I work with a ton of beat makers. I receive probably 10 to 20 beats every week from famous beat makers, not famous beat makers, people who just starting, people who are confirmed. I work with people who have a lot of talent. I work with some people for years, and for every person I have different strategies. I have different business relationships, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Some people we do a collaboration once and then we don't. Some other people are buy beats. To give you an example, for example, I would say when I meet beat makers, I ask them, so what do you want to do? Do you want to do an exchange of services, or do you want me to buy a beat? For example, Aldo Beats, who did a few of my songs, we don't do exchanges. He sells his beats. So every time he has some new beats, I check the ones I want. I say, I want these 4 beats. And I say, how much is it? We negotiate a price. I send him his PayPal. He sends me my tracks. And I do my thing. And of course, he gets his author composition rights, of course. But other than that, I do my thing. And it's my problem how I make my money with my beats that belong to me now. But for example, with somebody that's equally talented that I've been working with for 10 years, for example, with Malcolm Beats, we do an exchange because Malcolm also has his own label, also has his own YouTube channel, and he knows that when I sing on a beat, it has more power when his song comes out by itself. But we develop a strategy together where he's releasing a lot of Urban Keys material on YouTube and on his distribution. We all thought about these strategies together. But sometimes he's like, hey, Kay, I would love you to sing on this song. And instead of making him pay 2,500 euros, which is the price that I charge for a featuring, because he gives me beat for free, I give him featurings for free. And it's an exchange. So when he has my voice on a song and he sells that voice, he's gonna make 4 times more money than by himself, just because of the size of my market plus his market. And he's also making pretty well by himself. But for example, in November, we're gonna release an EP, Malcolm Beats versus Kaysha, and it's gonna be 4 beats. I'm gonna sing on all 4 beats, and then I will give him everything, and I will tell him, hey, Here's your cheese. Make your money, brother. Because he's been giving me a lot of milk instrumentals that I've been doing a lot of great songs with and making my money with. And everybody is happy because he's developing his name. We have been developing his name for 10 years. He's developing his market. He's also the other artists who, a lot of them, you know what they do. Usually Nelson Freitas calls me and he's like, hey, who are the new beat makers? And I'm like, this guy. I've been introducing most of the beat makers to these guys. And a lot of other artists, they don't ask me, but they check what I do and they look who makes the beats and then they go talk to them. And it's great for me. It's like, yeah, guys, if you have clients that will either exchange or buy you beats, perfect. So everybody's happy. And if you are a beat maker and Kaysha sings on your beat or Nelson Freitas or other people, what happens is that other artists who are maybe not as famous as us will be like, oh, if these guys work with you, I want to work with you. How much? And then you charge them and you start making your money. Or maybe you can do exchanges, whatever. It's up to you. It's your business. But this is a long-term relationship, right? And I had another guy that I used to work like this. And same thing that happens all the time. Some people started talking in his head. And because, yeah, he's one of those weak guys. Oops, she's gonna wake up. No. Because he's one of those weak brothers, what happened is that he started listening to all the stupidity and people telling him, how come you doing this, you doing that, you doing all this, and he makes money and you are not. Well, the thing was that we had a deal in the beginning. The deal was, because whenever I meet somebody, I'm like, so how you want to work? Do you want me to pay you or do you want to do an exchange of service? He told me, I will give you beats. In exchange, can you introduce me to all the big artists? And every time you are with your friends who are all famous, can you make them listen to my songs? And that's what I did. I promote the hell of every time I would go to place, even when I was with some clients that were asking me, hey, do you have, let us check some beats. I was like, oh, hey, yeah, these are my beats, but look, these are my little brothers. This is Malcolm Beats, this is Just Pro, this is that. And I will also listen to the beats of these guys all the time. And that's how this guy ended up working with every major artist. And then he made a hit with one artist. And all of a sudden, his head did poof. And then he started telling me that, you know when the hyenas already have the mind of the person. He start asking me stupid questions like, oh, I'm exploiting him, whatever. And I was like, you know what, bro? Hey, time is with me. Good luck. And of course, 6 years, 7 years after, what's happening now is that people are trying to talk on his behalf because he doesn't have the courage to talk to me. But as always, people understand that I'm right because this is the market of today. You have to understand that if you make 10,000 streams, you only receive 330 euros. So if you buy a beat for $300 or $500 or euros, you need at least 100,000 streams or 150,000 streams to just pay your beat. And in the market of today, where everybody's singing and there's so much music coming out, it's hard to make, for people who don't have a big market share or big catalog, it's hard to make that money back. So if you don't make the money on the streams, you try to make them back on the shows. If coronavirus is here, you don't make no shows. So you don't make money. And you make music and then you abandon because it's too hard. in the way I work, if you have a beat maker that needs vocals because he wants to also release songs, you can tell the beat maker, listen, send me 2 tracks. I will record both of them, and one you will use it, it's yours, and one is mine. And in this way, everybody starts without spending money, and you can start making money from the first stream instead of making money from only after 1 million streams. And I think in the market of today, it's an effective method. But a lot of people are not smart enough to realize that. Another story I have to tell was of a girl that we started working together, and she actually didn't want to do kizomba African music at all. I had to convince her myself. Hey, listen, this spot is here, you should do it. So we finally did a whole album. Everything went fine until my partner was the hyena, and my partner turned her against me so that he could take all the money from that album. So all of a sudden, this girl, who was really a good friend of mine, turned into my enemy and start bashing me in interviews and talking bad about me and talking bad about my character and pretending that I didn't really help in the album when I wrote most of the songs. I produced 90% of the beats. And once again, it was very frustrating. And thanks to the fact that time is on my side, because you have to understand the way I think about it. When you are the architect and you built the walls, the furniture is extendable. You can, like, if a chair is not happy, the chair can be thrown the fuck out the windows and replaced with a new chair. When you are the walls, it's a little harder to tear down the whole building. And I build buildings, I don't build furniture. I mean, I build furniture too, but I create the framework, I create the thing, I own the platform, I own the YouTube channel, I own the distribution, I own the music, I own a lot of the things. And the people who come in to profit from what I own, sometimes when they act bad, they act like if they built this, but they didn't. And because time is on my side, what happens usually is that when it's time to do your second album, and I did your whole first album, now your team who made you be angry with me, they are asking themselves how they're gonna do the second album. And then they have the audacity, after years of not talking to me, to call me, to ask me to work on the second album. And me, I'm like, fuck no, I'm not working with you guys after losing the money that I lost. Sorry, it's too bright here. Yeah. So they do a second album without me, and the album flops because the Kaysha sound, the architecture that you used to become successful is not here anymore. So, you know, sometimes if you are here, let me use this. If you're here, right? Now, if you're here, but you're on my hand and I lift my hand up and now you're here, it doesn't mean that you know how to fly. It's my hand that is taking you there. So when I remove my hand, if you know how to fly, you will stay here. If you don't know how to fly, you will just go back to where you came from. And that's exactly what happened. So after the second album was a flop, I received a call from a businessman that I know, that is a good friend of mine, who told me that some investors were ready to give me 100,000 euros to work with this artist again. And you know what I told them? No, I'm not working with this artist because Nobody will buy my respect. Nobody will buy my integrity. I'm a person who, if I work with somebody and things go great, and I've been honest with you the whole time, and everything I told you I would do, I did. You cannot come and all of a sudden cry everywhere and pretend that I exploited you or something. And that's how the career of that person, went down the drain. So the lesson here is that you must build your career and your business in a way that time is always on your side. Don't focus on having the great songs. Focus on owning them. Focus on having your own little label, even if it's a one-man operation. Like me, I do everything by myself. Own your YouTube channels. Own your YouTube channels. Own your distribution. Try to own the whole stack, so that if there's anything bad that happens, you can just remove a chair or a sofa or a TV and replace that with another one, because it's harder to replace the walls. Artists don't think intelligently enough to understand that when you leave a house where you built your habits, when you leave a house, when you take the door, now you need a new house. And if you never built your own house, you need to go to someone else's house. So you are complaining that you are being exploited in my house because some other people who want to exploit you are telling you that in their house you will have a sofa for yourself. And then when you arrive to their house, you meet 10 other niggas who've been told the same story, and now you're here like, fuck, it smells bad here. Where's the kitchen? Oh, there's no kitchen. Wait, where's the bathroom? Oh, it's outside. What you mean outside? You don't have like a bathroom inside the house? No, it's in the corridor. It's a shared bathroom. What? So where do I sleep? Oh, in the living room with the other niggas. But with Kaysha, I used to have my bedroom where it's not Kaysha here. And you have to really be careful of what you are losing when you are destroying a business relationship with somebody who tells you, hey, it's gonna take some time. It might take some time, yes, 5 years, 10 years, but we're gonna build your house. We're not gonna be here and you are building my house. No, my house have been built. What you are doing for me is creating stuff that I can use to generate income from my house. Because in my house I have a kitchen. You bring me milk. In my kitchen, I turn your milk into cheese, cakes, biscuits, yogurts, whatever. Ice cream, all of that. And the other people, they come to you when they say, yo, don't build for him. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. But they don't understand that I didn't tell you, just come and build and give me your milk for my house and my kitchen. Because in the same time, in these 10 years, I'm gonna teach you how to build your first house, your first small house, like I did 30 years ago. I've had my first small house, then I had a bigger one, then I had a bigger one, then I had a whole 500 songs label, right? And it's still a small independent label, and the goal is to be bigger and bigger and bigger. Those people, they will come to you and tell you, yo, in 6 months, you're gonna have a castle. And me, I'm like, you don't build that in 6 months. That's not true. Unless the guy who comes to talk to you, his name is Drake or Madonna or somebody that is huge, who you will make one song, you will make so much money that you will have enough money to buy your castle. Então, meu amor, vem pra papi, vem pra papi. Né? So, unless you have somebody that is big enough that can provide this for you, but you know who they are. Because listen, I already had an artist come to me and tell me, hey Kay, listen, I know we work together and stuff, but I got this proposal from these people. And I was like, okay, what are they proposing? Are they proposing this, and this? But I cannot work with you anymore if I sign their contract. And I see that instead of making 100, they will now make 5,000. I'm the first person who will tell you, yo, do it. Do it, and it's all good. And hey, don't worry about me. I'm good. And I'm happy for you. And hopefully, when you become huge, maybe we can, find things to do together, or maybe with the guys that you are working together, we can do some stuff together, all make money all together. But those are the good people that you meet. Most of the time, as an artist, you're gonna meet people who have nothing. They just come to you because you are starting to have something. And they come to you when they start creating frustration in your head, so that you can come with them because they are after your talent, but they don't have the house yet. So it means that with me, you already have a kitchen where you can cook. With them, they want you to cook, but they don't have the kitchen. And because they don't know the business, they think that, yeah, because we have you, now we're good. And then you are all there in the grass asking yourself what you're going to do. And because most people, I would say 90% of the people are sensitive, the artists are sensitive, they tend to fall in this trap. No matter how much you explain to them that it's a trap, they fall in there. And so, be careful out there. I guess that's all I can say. Be careful with the people and the proposals of all these people. It is important in whatever you do to always think about what is your end goal. And unless you are super lucky, or you win the lotto, or you meet the right person at the right time, this happens. Most people, to build something solid, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes blood, sweat, and tears. And it's a road that you have to go step by step. And most of the people who will promise you the shortcut or we're gonna go fast, you're gonna lose a lot of things if you go fast. First of all, it might be promises, empty ones, and a lot of times too, it's gonna be promises that don't take you where you are. All right. They're gonna take you in places where you will not have experience. You will not learn nothing from. You will not learn nothing from the experience, because when you are a kid and you learn to walk, it's the fact that you fall that makes you walk better. It's not the fact that somebody tells you, yo, I can teach you how to walk in 10 seconds. No, you need to learn how to have your balance. You need to learn how to fall in a hole, so you can remember next time how to jump and not fall in the hole. All these things, if you don't experience them, if you don't learn from all the failures, then even if you are big, the day that you have your first failure, because it will happen, you are so destabilized that you can destroy your whole empire. When you took the time to build a few houses, you know how to prevent the leaks, you know that windows are important for when it's hot. You know how to build curtains for when there's a sun. You know how to build a heater for when it's cold outside, AC, etc., etc. You know how to build the electricity in a way that it works, etc., etc., etc. But for this, you need experience. And this is why I say time is always on your side when you are right. Always. And when you're not, trust me, time is your enemy. Time is your enemy because the truth will come and hit you whatever you have done. You can pretend to yourself that the lies are not here, but trust me, like time will find you. Time and karma, you need those on your side always. Yeah. So that was like one of my, I got my little list of subjects that I wanted to talk about, and now I'm gonna remove that one from there. Wait, what was it? What was it called? It was called loyalty and exploitation. Time is on your side, and we remove this from the list. The next one I will talk about will be maybe being a leader, or maybe love letters. I got a lot of subjects that I can freestyle about like this. Anyway, I didn't even look at your comments. I hope you enjoyed, like all 236 of you. Hello, dear cousin. I hope you're fine. Hey, Lily, how are you? Are you fine? I hope you're fine. How are things going? How are recordings going? I'm gonna record our song soon. Oh, I might change songs on you. I got a few songs that I recorded where I left space for singers, and I'm there choosing who I put where. But don't worry, I'll contact you. I'll call you. What up, DJ Montero? What you say? What do you think about all I said? This works too in the DJ world. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as like being a DJ or owning a club. You know, at a point as a DJ, it's better to own a small bar one day. What up, Redine? How are you? Seems like the chat is dead today. The bot is dead today. Let me turn it off and on. This cloud bot from Streamlabs, sometimes it's yeah, turns on when it wants. What else was I saying? I'm inspired by your speech, Kay. It's fascinating. I learned so much. Thank you so much, and I hope you can use it in your business ventures. You too, Ralphie. As they say, no good deed goes unpunished. As I say, karma is a bitch. Works for me. Thanks a lot, Mr. Simmons. Thanks a lot for the super chat. Is it so hard to deal with fame? It is. It is because fame is a drug. Is a hard drug that creates a lot of dopamine, a lot of things that some people get hooked to that. Like, you can make music and not be interested in being famous, right? You make music because you want to express yourself, and then people love your music, and the byproduct of that is that you become famous. So in the restaurants, people see you, they know you, people get married on your songs, people make babies on your songs, people meet each other on your songs, people learn to dance on your songs, people come to your shows, they yell, they cry, and nobody knows how they're going to be affected by that. Some people are like, if I get famous, I just get famous. And some other people, if they get famous, they start needing that feeling, and then they forget that they became famous because they wanted to do great music and express the feelings that they had in their heart. And now, instead of continue to make great music to express themselves, now they make music to stay famous. Because it's great to not pay in the club. It's great to get offered bottles everywhere you go. It's great to have women come anywhere, the most beautiful ones in every club, come and say, hey, you can have me when you want. It's so easy. You don't even need to talk. Sometimes you're just like, who's this one? Wow, she's okay. Like, what? You don't need? No. It's yours. What about her friend? You can take the whole crew, all 5 friends. What? And if you don't have the good education, if yourself, you don't forget why you came here, and you don't understand that fame is not the goal. Fame is just a byproduct. It's a satellite of making great content, making great music. But if you forget that, what happens is that now you just want to be famous. So if your fame goes down, or if when you get 30 years old, there's going to be some 20 years old that come, and all the 15 years old, they are crazy about that person. And your fans, you're 15 years old, they are not 25 or 30 or 35, and they got married, they got kids, they work. So they still love you, but they appreciate you, but they respect you. You are the great memories of their life. And if you were not here for the fame, it's all good. When you are like me and you are 46, all your fans are between 50 and you can have the kids of your fans. Now, I meet more people telling me, my mom loves you than I love you. I meet a lot of people who tell me, I got married on your song, or when I was 10, I used to listen to your songs. I'm 30 now, or you a legend, or etc., etc. And I appreciate it the same way, because I understand that time is going one way, and I don't care that I can go now in the streets, and I change countries too. So I can go in the streets, be in a commercial center, and nobody recognize me. Or people don't recognize me, but they don't go crazy. I used to go in some countries, or even in France, I could not go to a shopping mall. I could not go to a mall. Because if I would go to a mall, it would be 50, 100 people there, and we'd have to call security to get me out the mall. And even worse in Africa. I remember one time going to Gabon with Will, and all of a sudden we had 1,000 people in the streets, and we had to call police to escort us back to the hotel. But this was 20 years ago. But 20 years ago, to me, I was not like, yeah, this is what I like. Yeah, let's fuck all the girls. No. To me, I was like, hey, okay. But what I'm interested in is making great music and building the walls, building my catalog, building my things, signing artists, making my label, creating assets, generating money, making something, becoming, and that's the difference. You see what I mean? Déjà, quase acabei. So so it's not that it's hard to deal with fame. It's it just depends on who raised you and how they raised you. I like to see this light in the back. Yeah, it just depends who raised you and how they raised you. And what are your values? If your values are correct, fame will not change you. I mean, it will change you. Fame, money always change somebody, but it might not change you in a way that it changed some people. To give you an example, I've always thought highly of myself. My mother always thought highly of her, and she always thought highly of herself. She's a princess. My father is a very successful politician in my country. My parents have money. I never missed money. I was not raised missing stuff. I started knowing what it was to feel to not have money, more or less, when I decided to go by myself in South America and not ask for any money. When I decided to go to music and I said, I don't want you guys to help me. That's when I was like, oh, okay, sleeping on the floors, doing things, dancing for people for 60 or 70 euros. I did all that because I wanted to make it by myself. But Dad, please send me 5,000 euros. I could have done that. I never did, but I always had that security in the back. I mean, I would say, so I cannot just be there like, oh, I made it by myself. No, but I had a great education by these same people. They didn't raise me thinking that because somebody was my maid or that I could be a brat and talk bad and my maid wouldn't slap the hell out of me. And trust me, my maid in Africa, and even when we were in France, my maid, when I would do shit, she would slap the hell out of me. She would hit me with those wooden spoon. She would hit me in the head in every syllable. Like, I would have it when I was doing shit, all of us. So we were raised knowing that when somebody is older than us, we respect them, even if we are 1 million times richer than them, or our parents are, because we're not. A lot of kids, they get raised thinking that because they have money, they are better than you. Us, we were not raised like that at all. We were like, hey, that person is older than you, so if she hits you, it means that you did shit. That's how my parents were thinking. But this taught us well, right? So that's one. Second thing, I've never been an ugly person. So when I was 18, I was already hanging in Paris with all the models, all the nice girls. I always had nice girls. So when I got famous and I could have all the girls, well, since I was already used to the nice girls, I only wanted the nice girls. Some people, because they don't think highly of themselves, or they're ugly, or whatever, when they become famous, and all of a sudden they can have a lot of the girls that they could not have before, it gets to their head because they think all of a sudden they're beautiful, when they're not. And then they just start making music to fuck the girls. I never cared about that because I didn't need music to have the nicest ones. So when I start making music and become famous, I could have the nicest ones, but I could have them before, so it didn't change my life. When I start making my own money, I wasn't impressed by money because my parents already had money. And I got taught in understanding that money is great, but money is great to do things, to build houses, to help people, to help families. My father was not just here building houses for himself. He came from a village and he grew up barefoot. And when he arrived to some position when he was 30 years old, and it's another time in Africa, right? Lots of corruption, etc. They made a ton of money, but he didn't make a ton of money for himself. He made a ton of money for his whole family, 14 brothers, all the cousins, all the kids and the kids of the kids, and that they think the village, he built whole cities from where he's from, because that's the tribal ways in Africa. In Africa, if one of us making, everybody else is making it. So you become, your responsibility is not just for you and your kids, it's for your whole village. And that's how my father thinks, right? So this is how he taught us. So for me, when I start making money from shows, from music, I didn't think, oh my God, now I have money. No, I thought, okay, now I'm independent from my parents. I was not trying to prove to the world that I have money. I was just trying to prove to my parents that I could make it without them. So I was on a different journey myself. So fame was really not something I cared about. I mean, yeah, it's cool to not queue when you go to the club. It's cool to be seated in the great table, have bottles waiting for you, etc. But I actually don't care. Sometimes I'm in Thailand, or I'm in a country where people don't know me, or I'm in a place where I don't know the security, or I don't care about calling. I can queue in the line. I don't care. It doesn't change nothing for me to enter in 2 minutes. Of course, it's better when you are with your friends, your wife, whatever, to just go in. And I'm used to it for so many years. But when I'm in another country, I make the line like everybody else. I pay my ticket like everybody else. I pay for my bottles. I mean, I don't drink, but I help in the bottle when people drink, or I pay for my juice. And I don't feel like obfuscated when I have to pay, is what I mean. Because I have the money, so I can pay. So it's not a problem for me. Some people, they just want to show that they can enter in front of everybody. I don't care about those things because of my education. But a lot of people are not like me. A lot of people come to fame as a revenge. They come to fame and they wanna get revenge on something. And that's where it's complicated, because once you are famous, so you get money, and you don't build stuff, you throw your money in the air because you are trying to show to people who don't like you and that you don't like that you have money. I don't care. Like, if you don't like me, you should not even talk about me. You should not even care about me. You should care about the people you love. I mean, the people that I'm not interested in, I don't even think about them. So when I make money, I'm like, okay, I have 100. How do I transform it into 500? That's how I think. When you are not used to money and you don't know how to handle money, when you have 100, you want to go spend 100 to impress people that you don't like in a club full of strangers. Yeah, 20 bottles with a lot of sparkle, and you hear everybody's with their phone and stuff. But then you're like, oh yeah, in the club I spent 1,000. Okay, yeah, but I have 5 shows. Okay, and then coronavirus arrived, and now all of a sudden you have 0 for 5 months. And me, I'm not a guy like I'm gonna go to the club, I'm gonna get a cocktail. If I'm with somebody, I'm gonna offer them drinks and whatever, and then I go home. I spent, I don't know, 100. Or if I'm alone, I'm gonna spend just the Uber money and 10, 20, depending on what I drink, and then I go home. And most of the time I don't even pay. But if I'm with somebody, they want to take a bottle, I'm gonna put 50, 100, whatever. How much is the total? But I'm not doing this to impress anybody. I'm just doing it to be okay. And so I'm not. So and if you're ugly and you fucking all the nice girls because you're famous, when you're not famous anymore, you don't fuck the nice girls anymore. So you're back to being ugly. If you're good looking, you don't care about these things. It's a lot of things that fame is a drug that makes people forget why they're here. It's just like politics. a lot of people before they become the head of the state, or before they have, I need the charger of this iPad because it's gonna turn itself off. Sorry, give me a sec. Man. There you go. Yeah. What was I saying? It's just like politics. You know, when people are in the opposition or they are part of the people, they always complain about the politicians. Oh, you guys do this, that, you steal money, you this, you that, you don't want to leave power, blah, 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 blah. And then for whatever reason, they become the new president. And all of a sudden, they forget the part that everybody forgets about corruption, which is the corruptors. The same people, the same countries, France, USA, Belgium, the UK, and that group, the Occident, who in their media keep saying that you're a dictator, you are a corrupt country, you are evil, whatever, are interested in what's under your feet. Oil, gold, diamonds, etc., etc. So these people who keep having this narrative in the media and in the CNNs and the media, that the global media that they own, are the same people who give you money because they need stability, and they once you become the president of the people and you have good intentions, these people come with billions of dollars, with companies, with this, with arm deals, with mining deals, etc., from the Chinese to the French to the Americans, and they all come with, yo, listen, we want to spend 15 billions of dollars on your country for the next 10 years, and we hope that you're gonna be here in the next 10 years. And you're like, no, I'm here for the people, I'm here. Oh, and don't worry, in these 15 billions, we're gonna make sure that 500 millions go to you, and every time we do a deal here, here's a little $50,000, or here's 2 million for you for helping this deal go. Oh no, I'm not. No, it's your commission for. No, I do this for the people. I want the people in the village to have electricity. Don't worry. And 5 years later, when it's time to do elections, you don't want to leave anymore, because now, you have millions and you want more millions. And the people who are supposed to tell you, well, okay, who's your next person after you? They don't want to leave either. And everybody wants to stick to the power, not only the person at the top, but everybody that's under, because they don't want you to change, so that they don't have to change. And the people under don't want to change too, and etc., etc., etc. And the people who give you guys money don't want you to change too, so that they already know who to give money to. They don't need to invest in new people and corrupt new people. And that's how power corrupts you. To give you a completely different example from politics, is the same as being a producer, an executive producer like me. You have some women who are ready to give you anything, including their body, to become famous, because they're not here for the right reasons. They don't want to work. They don't want to create great music. No, they just want to be famous. They want likes on Instagram. They want followers. They want that. Sometimes they don't even think about the money. They just want to be famous. And they are ready to give you anything you want so that they become famous. And now it's up to your education and character, because these can corrupt you too. Because you can think that everybody that is, and so when you're gonna meet somebody who's really into music, who really wants to do music, who really wants to express themselves, and they trust you in helping them build a career that will last decades, you're gonna have inappropriate ways, because you've been used to fucking all the people you work with, because you have been corrupted too. So the devil never sleeps. You have to be super careful about yourself. Your energy you put out there, the energies you receive. Because the more famous you get, the more people come for the wrong reason to you. They want to be famous like you. They want to work with you just because you're famous, because everything is free, because whatever. They want to fuck with you because you're famous, not because they want to know who you are. They bring you drugs. They bring you a lot of things, and it's up to you to say, no, I'm not here for that. And you have to dictate rules. I have a rule. I don't mix work and sex. If I'm working with you, we are not fucking. Oh, hell no. Because I know this is recipe for disaster. And I learned from making the mistakes 25 years ago. And since then I was like, no, listen. If I meet you, I like you, but you tell me I'm a singer, I'm going to tell you, if I like you, I want to go to the movies and I want to go watch a DVD at home. But if for whatever reason I hear your voice and I'm like, oh fuck, yeah, she's a great singer, okay, no fucking. And we're going to work and we're going to have a professional relationship. I'm going to become your brother. But those are things that I did and I learned to do, because my goal was to build my own empire. I'm building my pyramids. I'm not here to be famous. I don't care about being famous, for real. That was a very long answer. Was good, Mad Music. I hope you're good. I try. Hey, what up, Future Soundbeat? Congratulations on making your first ever remix on a Sushi World release. Can't wait to have everybody discover it. What up, Patrick? How are you? Kaysha is the pastor of production, motivational speaker. You know that my best friend, what up, CV Beats? You know my best friend tells me all the time that I should do conferences. And actually, one of the reasons that I do Club Shada is also to get ready for that, because I think YouTube is the best medium for people to discover you and maybe want to hire you for an event one day. And Olga, that you remember, Olga, actually she told me that she might want to get in this business with me of producing events, or I also want to do one-on-one. I want to sell maybe for I would say $250 for an hour. I want to sell one-on-one consulting where people can really talk to me. We set up a Skype call and or Zoom, whatever, and we talk about their business, and we really give them advice of where they are, what they need to do, like a honest feedback about stuff. Because a lot of people ask me all the time, but I tell them, hey, come to Club Shada, and sometimes I ask you a question there, but some people really want the one-on-one stuff. And yeah, I might start doing this for companies, because a lot of the things I'd say, I completely believe that they are obvious, but I guess they're not. So yeah, speaker, consultants. Each time I come here, you grab a lot of things. That's the thing, man. That's the beauty of it. I'm glad that I've been motivating you in doing things. I'm really happy about that. I've been speaking without looking at the comments. Wait, where am I? I grabbed, yeah, I'm here. You love the show? Thanks a lot. Time to work, sis. Soon. I'm gonna make you listen to some little stuff before I go. I'm trying to keep it under 2 hours now. Elise, how are you? How you fine? Have you seen the lives of the brother Buddy since he's back? Church Shada, and he worked with the music in the back. Greetings from Namibia. Wow. Pandu, greetings. Thanks a lot. Thanks again, RL. Thanks a lot. I think the chat is back, man. Yeah, I see the chat is back. Yeah, Shada Box. I love your way of thinking. Thank you so much, Lily. Thank you so much. I think fame is a drug and a trap full of illusions, even in the adult industry. It's kind of the same that the music industry. Some people want to be a star, and the stars that go. Yeah, exactly. I know you. Julie works in the adult industry, and it's. I've worked with some. I have one of my very, very good friend. She used to be a porn star. She used to be like super famous in the 80s. Her name is Julia Chanel. She's one of my good friends. Like every time she's in Lisbon, we dine together. She knows my mom. She used to come to my house like in the 90s, because after porn she wanted to be in music. And I have a lot of fun stories with her that I tell her other times. And even like sometimes she was such a superstar of in porn that when I would be making beats for rappers, and she would call me and like, yo, I have this DVD or this interactive DVD. I need you to test it. Can you? I know you're good with computers. Can I come in your house? So she would just come in my house like out of nothing, and people would just be the mouth open and she would be like, yo, and oh, thanks, darling. And then she like, I come back tonight. Say hi to your mom. And then she would leave, and people would be like, oh, was it? And I was like, yeah, that's my sis. And because I'm a person that I don't really care what people do, as long as they have a good spirit and a great energy. She's a person, she has such a great energy. I always consider her my sister. I have a lot of friends who are porn actress, strippers in Miami or Atlanta, who are in the adult industry, masseurs, prostitutes, whatever. I have a ton of friends. And because I don't judge them, yeah, they are my homies. Like we really are, like, you know. And when I look at their business and when we talk about stories, I see there's a lot of similitudes in these things. Julie, like, I don't know if you have Netflix, but you have to watch a documentary that is in 3 parts called After Porn Ends. They talk about all the old superstars and what they do now and how it's a great documentary about the porn industry. But it's the same thing. You can become famous, and you can see it as a job. You can see it something that is fun for you, and then you can make a ton of money quick. But then you can also fall in some stuff, because there's a lot of drugs, and there's a lot of people who yap in your ears, and there's a lot of other people who are in a competition with you because they are not here to have fun, have sex. They're here to be famous and make money. And everybody come for their own reasons. I don't think that my reasons are superior to other reasons, but I really think that some reasons leads to different traps. And I see in the music business something, there's a lot of people who are in the music business to be famous and only to be famous or only to make money. I really believe that you have to be there in the music business to make great music, or if you're in the porn industry, to make great work, you see. And then because you do a great job, you generate money. And then because you generate money from your great job, you become famous. But in every step of the way, you have to never forget that you have to respect other people and respect yourself. And a lot of people, because they come for other reasons, they come for the money or the fame, and yeah, they know how to make good music or great music, but they're here for the fame, so they tend to not respect the people that they work with and the people around them. And after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, it generally goes down. You create longevity. So I can talk about longevity because I've been in this business successful for 30 years. You create longevity by respecting people and by respecting what you do and by putting good energy in everything you do. That's the only way. Ce sont des vraies leçons. En tout cas, merci Kaysha, ça tombe tellement bien. Ah, merci beaucoup, Rock, ça fait plaisir. Il faut que je fasse un live en français. Je pense que d'ici peu, je dois trouver un invité qui parle français. Je vais faire un club Shada spécial français. The situation of DJs in Portugal is not easy. The same person who gives you the hand is the same person when he sees you that you are on the rise sends you down. DJs, singers, like it's the same thing. It's a question of character, and it's a question of human nature. All humans have the feeling of it should have been me. All humans. But then it's up to you and up to your education that your parents gave you and the character that you built on with the years that makes you feel what you are feeling, right? But putting it down, because respect have to be on top of it. So if you would love to be what somebody is right now, what you should do is learn and study how they got there, and then see, okay, I need 10 steps to get where they are. And okay, I see their strategy. I'm going to adapt this strategy to my life and maybe add my own thing so I can get somewhere else. But because a lot of people don't want to think all that and they don't want to do all the 10 steps, they end up feeling like he's there, but it should have been me. He's in my space. I hate him. I want him to fail. And then he comes and he destroyed the whole place, and then nobody DJs, and he's happy because that guy is not DJing anymore because he destroyed the tree and everybody fell, but he doesn't realize that he will not ever be able to go up because there's no more place to DJ anymore. And that's how a lot of people think, sadly. I distance myself from many colleagues because when we are all together, they say that we couldn't charge less than X, and from behind they play for free. Bro, back in 2003 or 4, we would charge me, Ludo, Nichols, we were the biggest in the industry, and we would charge in France, in the local market in Paris, we would charge 2,000 euros per show. And we're making a ton of shows and stuff. And then one guy arrived from nowhere with the biggest hits in the galaxy. and he sells like almost 100,000 CDs. So he's like the number one, and everybody wants him. And he starts charging 800, and everybody was like, "Yo!" He destroyed the market for everybody. Lucky for us, he realized at a point that he could charge more, and he started charging 3,000. But yeah, a lot of people, you know, a lot of people, they love slogans. But then when it's time to apply the slogans, there's nobody anymore. And that's the problem in this business with a lot of people. They tend to talk a lot and pretend that they are whatever. And then when they need to survive, then they will do stuff to survive. And they will not refuse. And it's something that, it's the same thing for in music. A lot of people say, "Oh, we don't do this," and then they end up doing it behind your back. This is why I'm not interested in I don't even, you know, what I'm gonna say is bold. I have monthly dinners with Nelson Freitas, George Virgul, Dino Santiago. I have monthly dinners with I'm a small group of artists. We call ourselves the Gents Clubs, right? And we exchange about the industry, about life, about stuff. And last time I told them something that everybody was like, "Whoa!" And I told them, you know, I distance myself from a lot of artists, and my whole life I never was into mingling with artists because I don't even feel like we are on the same mind frame. A lot of these guys are trying to play football. I'm trying to build a stadium so I can buy 10 teams and make money from the 10 teams. You guys are just trying to become Ronaldo. I'm here trying to pay Ronaldo. Those are different types of thinking. And when you realize that, listen, if I was a DJ, my goal would be to own my place. Something small, my small bar, 50 people can go in on the beach, whatever, or in a place in Stuba, whatever, and play in my own place, and have my clients that I can generate income every day from my clients. And I would play my music in my place with my clients, and then they would continue on Spotify, and every show, every night would be live on YouTube. And I would do a strategy of synergy between all the different, the Instagram, the YouTube, the this, and everything would come together. If I was a DJ, that's what I would do. If I was in the adult industry, like Queen Julie here, I would do a film and the music made by Shada Gang. I would create synergies. I would be like, okay, listen, CV Beats make beats, Kaysha make beats, Ralphie sings, Lily sings, the Future Soundbeat makes beats, Muna Music makes beats, etc., etc. Listen, I'm gonna make a movie. It's a porn movie, adult movie, and it's gonna be me starring whatever I do this. This is my style of movies, and you guys will make music, and all this music in my movie is gonna be promotion from all you guys, and the millions of people who are gonna watch my movie, instead of listening to in the back of the movie or if I do webcam as a like from a cam girl, instead of putting music from Drake and Colombian reggaeton artists, I'm gonna put some Kaysha, I'm gonna put some Muna music, I'm gonna put some DJ Montero, I'm gonna put some you guys, and we're gonna all make money together, because I got X thousands of people who watch me every day when I do live cam videos, and all these people will be exposed to your music because I'm going to put a link in the description to the playlist of the songs that I'm listening, and all my fans will follow my playlist, and you guys will make money from the revenue from these playlists. That's how I think. That's how my brain is. I don't need to think for 15 minutes to think about that. These are the conversations that me and Julie have been having forever. I was like, hey, Julie, listen, do this, have your Pornhub, you should do Shada bait, you should do cam, you should do this. Like, when we talk together, we've been talking together on Twitter for 8 years, me and Julie, and I see her business as a business. She's just like, every video she does is an asset, and every asset is the same thing. It has to generate income for her to make her money. And if one day she's like, yeah, I want to do a collaboration, I want to do I don't know, a few videos, and I need this song, for example, in the back. Yeah, I will be like, yo, listen, cool, let's go, let's do it. Like, how do you make money? How do I make money? That's the only question I'm asking. Do I make money directly? Do I make it indirectly? How does it work in your business? And then I will go check how the others are doing it, how they're making their money, and I will find a way for me to get my cut from that, because this is how business mind works. And there's a lot of synergies that can be done. And look, I start working, and it's gonna be my first release with the Future Soundbeat. Muna's music also has a remix on my next single. How did I meet these guys? Club Shada. So this is called synergies, and maybe one day they will need me for something. I'll be there. You see what I mean? It's all about how do you create the synergies. How do you maximize the people that you meet? And a lot of people, like you said, DJ Montero, they just talk. Yeah, we should do this, we should do a Kizomba festival, we should do this, and then there's nobody in the end. And then the same people complain, oh, Kizomba have been privatized by white people. Yeah, but what did you do? Shut up. I love how you keep it real. Thanks a lot. You tell the best life stories I have some crazy stories. I would want to hear about the adult industry for someone that's in it. There's value in people's story. Would she do an interview here? That's a great question, Julie. Maybe she would. Always, at the end of the day, it's only about education. This is completely true. Why don't you drink? I don't. I'm not really interested in drinking. It's not my thing. I tried 2 times. The first time I end up in Portugal with some girl that I didn't know in the bed. And the second time it was in Cancun, and I ended up being sick for 2 weeks. And I was like, it's not for me. I'm not, Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me see the comments. A lot of people spend a lot of money in the clubs, but at home the fridge is empty. Listen, it's the same thing as all these Congolese people who they spend so much money in clothing, but at home there's no money. There's nothing in the fridge, because everything goes to brands that are not even Congolese brands, Italian brands, French brands, and they don't support home. It's the same thing. A lot of people have their thing completely, What up, We People TV? Bonsoir, Madjou. Comment ça va? A lot of new people here today. Let me see how many people do we have. Wow, 325 people. Beautiful. Don't forget that you can donate super chat and super stickers from the chat and support this live. You don't even know for how long I've been telling her to get her YouTube channel, when she can do some non-adult content on YouTube, and then some adult content on Pornhub or whatever, and some live content on Chatterbait, for example. And yeah, and then she can use, as I said, like all of us music as synergies. I've experienced so much in this industry where at first I was seeing is at a paradise. That's why I compare the X industry with music industry. It's kind of the same. Yeah, it is. I've been in both. I mean, not as an actor, but I know a lot of people who've been in the sex industry, and it's not really different. It's just, it's business. Like in business, when there's money, usually when there's money and creation, usually it's more or less the same things. It's just different. It's a different job, but it's more or less the same type of problems that occur. That's what I'm working on, my coaching and course creation business. That's beautiful. I should do that. I have a friend of mine that I taught a lot of things. That actually I did Gino. I did a lot of. I did one of my first club Shada, interviewing him, and from a lot of the things that we've been talking and learning together, he made a business and he got rich from courses, teaching to companies and stuff. So you should do it. I'm excited that later today you receive the second one for sure. Hey. Where are my sound effects? Where are my sound effects? Hey. I like the idea of the chat with Club Shada people. Maybe you can do an interview with Julie Badi. I like the thing you can learn from people in the diversity of background. Yeah, listen, I have my ideas. I have some ideas. I'm waiting for Ecamm to update. Then it's gonna be easier because sometimes it's hard to set up with Skype and stuff. With the new one, I will just send a link, a private link, and people can just go to this link from their phone or from their computer, and they can appear here. So soon as they are ready, I'll be ready. That's it. I'm making beat for porn. Hey, CV Beats and Julie, I'm waiting for your movie. Hey. How many francophones here? Je suis et j'attends le show en français. Listen, Dalia. So, by the way, Dalia is my cousin's wife. I did a show with her, and I would like to know, like, your show is like every week. Is it still going? I have to go to YouTube channel and check. Everybody, go to her channel and check her show. She does a live show too, and yeah, we should support. Very smart thinking and vision for real. Thank you, brother. It is a good idea. Hey, you see, Julie, we already have the soundtrack. I'm fucking in the movie, okay? Yes, that's what you do. We make the music, you fucking, and I want the main role. Of course. I remember the booty videos I made for you. It was great. I love the way you think. You have a big heart and a beautiful soul, okay? Thank you. Yeah, so to understand what she's talking about. So Julie decided one day that every time I have a song that she likes, she makes a video for me. She sends me on Twitter, like back in the days before I get married and stuff. And yeah, it means it's to me it's how you interpret my music, right? I respect every interpretation, and I'm happy about every interpretation, meaning that if your music, if my music gives you, makes you wanna do some videos where, and this is what it inspires you, or it makes you want to dance kizomba or salsa or polka, or it makes you want to do fitness. My joy is knowing that I inspired you in doing something. But like I'm telling you usually, like I'm into independence for people, and there's a lot of ways where you can use what you have around to create a business for you, especially in, listen, the sex industry, I think, is the industry where there's the most money. There's like so much money, and I see a lot of these girls make so much money from webcam, from selling videos on from OnlyFans. I have a friend, she's from Angola. She started making porn in Russia, and now she lives in New York, and her OnlyFans is making her a ton of money, and yeah. And I have another friend. She lives in Miami. She's my good friend for like 20 years back in Paris. She's now in Miami, and same thing. She's a stripper, but she makes a lot of her money on OnlyFans. And yeah, you know, on OnlyFans, I think you pay between $5 and whatever amount per month, and then you have access to the videos of the person. It's kind of an Instagram for porn, or I mean, you can do other things than porn, but a lot of people use it for porn, and people pay you X per month to have access, and you put videos there, and some people make every month like 10,000, 20,000. So that's a great business. If I was in the adult industry, onlyfans.com/Kaysha. Hey. Beautiful. Anyway, my people, listen. I've been creating some amazing music. I cannot announce yet because I don't announce until it's recorded, but I have an amazing amapiano track with an amazing group. But I'm waiting for them to record before I say. I also have a great track with a Caribbean artist. I can't wait for him to record. I have a track from G Spark from Thailand that has been recorded. That's the track I recorded here live with you, called Fake Friends. I completely redone my vocals because he was rapping and I preferred singing, so I changed my vocals. I have a great track with Paulo Pequeño coming, called Deception, and I have an amazing house music track with Bodhisattva coming out too. This is recorded, and then I have a lot of other tracks that I have to do with a lot of other artists. I have a new track in production with Lisa Lopez. I'm waiting for her to record. I'm about to record the first track that I'm gonna do officially with Lily, that is here in the comments. I have I'm stacking a lot of beats that I'm receiving from a lot of people that I didn't start work yet. I have a track with, like, I talk about your track, see, bro. I got this track with Waitaka Entertainment. This track is beautiful. It's gonna be for his album. And then what are you giving me too? You have to give me some new tracks. It's been a long time that I didn't. And what about that track from Festus? I loved it. I'm gonna go to your Dropbox folder and see, because I'm here saying where it is, and sometimes it's there waiting. I have so much stuff that, you know, so yeah, I got a lot of projects that I hear. I recorded another one this afternoon. Listen, the track I recorded that afternoon, like, I can't wait for it to be released, because that's gonna be a revolution. This is gonna, oof. I plan to have a month when I'm gonna only release Afro house tracks, and another month when I'm only gonna release deep house tracks. but that's probably for the end of the year. And then once I'm done with this album, I will probably only stop releasing Kaysha tracks for a month before the release of the album, and only concentrate on releasing tracks under the name Diamantero or under the name Janamari. So that's house and afro, and I'm gonna work on my other brands a little bit. And I got also projects for a lot of other things, but I will talk about it in the next one. Sunday I will do a Friday. Don't forget that Friday I will do it's not a video, but I'm gonna play some music like I like to do, a few hours, 1 hour of music. And Sunday we will do the legendary listening party. We're gonna listen to my 5th album, so that's gonna be an interesting part too. It's been, as always, a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. You should do one track. There's a lot of beat makers here. You ready? It's here waiting for you. You picked another one on the live, but I'll send more ideas. Hey. A lot of work tomorrow. See you next time. Good night, Mr. Thanks a lot, brother. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna go to sleep too by myself. I'm gonna finish watching my episode of Succession, and then I'm gonna go to sleep because I wanna mix all the tracks that I have ready. I wanna prepare my track with Miss Lily Spencer. I really wanna finish that one, and I have also a few more singers. Like, I have like Lily. I have like 4 tracks that are ready with my vocals, but I proposed to some singers, but everybody's being a little slow. So what I'm gonna do, the next live, if we have time on that one, I will play you the four tracks, and you'll tell me the one you prefer, and we'll see if you're faster than the others. Boom. You see, this girl is sending stuff to married men. It's not serious. I'm still jamming to my everything from a salty soul. Bro, I'm not gonna say anything. Just wait. Just you wait and get ready to remix what's coming. By the way, Waitaka, I want you to, it's been a long time you didn't do a remix for me. I want you to remix the song that is in the remix folder right now. Go check it out. It's called Changer de Momie. I want you to go and remix that track. Yeah, we need a beat critic. That's true. That's very, very, very true. It is true. So I'm gonna leave you guys with, what can I leave you with? Let me see. I want to play something from one of my albums. Like, I want to play something obscure, like something maybe from my which album? Let me see. Let me check my albums. Maybe I will play something from my album Forever Young, and I will play a song called The Way You Move. Yeah. Oh yeah. So The Way You Move is a song produced by me, written by me, mixed by me, everything made by me, recorded probably in my bedroom. And yeah, I don't know if you know this song, but that's the great part of having a live show, is that you can make people discover the depth of the little corners of your catalog. And that is very true. CV Beats, we will do a beat critique Friday. Maybe a Friday, or maybe we do beat critique Friday after I play some music. Then I will finish the live and then start a new live for beat critique, maybe. I like the 2 hours max live. Yeah, it's great. 2 hours is it's better than 3 hours. Which day? I have no idea. I improvise everything. So, well, you'll be there. Don't worry. I'll let you know. I'll text you. Or maybe I'll just send you all the tracks by WhatsApp. It might be faster. All right, so I'll let everybody go with this track called "The Way You Move" from my I think it's my sixth album, Forever Young. So it's called "The Way You Move." Enjoy, guys. I'll see you soon. Make sure that you guys keep coming back. Thank you so much for spending some time with me and helping me continue to express myself in different forms and always be there for support. Make sure that if you can send a donation, do it. If you can buy some merch from the store, that's a form of donation. Or if you cannot do all this because times are hard for everybody, just go to my Spotify or my Apple Music if you have an account and just play some music. It is more or less the same effect. And please don't forget the 2 videos that I just uploaded. If you would leave a like to these videos and a comment, that would be amazing. So, The Way You Move. I will see you Friday and Sunday. Peace.
I'm like a kid again. I don't know when was the last time I saw such a pretty young thing. I'm just amazed, baby. The way you dance and look at me almost makes me a shy guy. I can feel you. Girl, you teasing me. Could dance for me, girl. Gotta thank my eyes, I've never seen such a pretty girl. I like the way you move. I like the way you move. Gotta thank my eyes, I've never seen such a pretty girl. I like the way you move. I like the way you move. Are you so sexy, girl? Create a fantasy in my mind with just the way you move your body. I feel the heat, baby. This fire inside of me blows my mind to find the gravity. So real, it's so real, my baby. So I see you. Girl, I think my eyes have never seen a